Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we are tackling the one thing that usually separates the people who want to be wealthy from the people who actually get there.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly, it's not about how good you are at math, and it's definitely not about how much willpower you have.
No, exactly. In fact, if you're relying on willpower, you're probably already losing. Today, we're diving into the concept of removing yourself from the equation entirely.
We're looking at source material from the Golden Path strategy. This is, of course, the three-stage system for financial independence developed by Tamir Kaham.
Right. And for those new to the series, Tamir isn't just a finance guy. He's the architect behind this three-stage, 13-step strategy, and he runs the YouTube channel, The Golden Path to Financial Independence.
Right.
But what I find really fascinating is his background. He's also the official Hebrew translator of The Richest Man in Babylon by George Samuel Clausen.
Which is such a unique intersection, if you think about it. You've got the precision of modern systems engineering because Tamir comes from that tech and, that architectural mindset, blended with this ancient, timeless money wisdom from Babylon. It's not often you see spreadsheets and ancient parables mashed up like this.
It really is a powerful combination. It's contemporary engineering precision combined with wisdom that stood the test of millennia.
Yeah.
And the Golden Path is specifically designed for the salaried employee, that person trading time for money, who wants to transition into asset ownership.
And today we are deep diving into episode 8, Money Automation, the Power of Autopilot.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Okay, let's unpack this. In the grand scheme of the strategy, we're in stage 2, which is building financial resilience. Specifically, step 9.
Correct. And this is a real pivot point. Up until now, a lot of the steps have been about manual cleanup, getting organized. But step 9 is where we stop pushing the rock uphill ourselves.
It's the transition from willpower to systems.
That's it, exactly.
Before we get into the nuts and bolts, I want to ask you and everyone listening to do a quick mental check. Think about payday. It's usually the 1st or the 15th. You get that notification on your phone, deposit received, you feel good. But then, almost immediately, there's this inner voice that starts up.
The negotiation voice. I know it well.
Yes. It starts relitigating everything. Okay, the money is here.
Yeah.
Should I move some to savings? How much? Well, I did want to buy those shoes. Maybe I'll just save double next month. It's exhausting.
It is. And we do it because we think we're supposed to. We think being good with money means constantly making these active, good choices.
But the source material here argues the opposite. It says that relitigating a decision you made 30 days ago is a complete waste of mental energy.
It's like deciding whether or not to brush your teeth every single morning.
You just do it.
You just do it. If you have to stand in front of the sink and debate the pros and cons of dental hygiene every day, eventually you're going to skip a day.
Right.
The premise of step 9 is simple. The problem isn't that you don't know what to do. The problem is a system failure. We are trying to run a complex financial life on manual mode.
And manual mode is where mistakes happen.
It's where life happens.
Oh.
You get tired, you get stressed, you get distracted. So step 9 is all about engaging the flight program so you can stop fighting these same battles every single day.
Okay, let's dig into the why a bit deeper. Because I think most people believe that if they just tried harder, they'd save more money.
Right, the willpower myth.
But the research on decision fatigue suggests that's, well, it's pretty much physically impossible.
It really is. I mean, think of your willpower like a battery. Every single tiny decision you make drains it a little. What to wear, what to eat for breakfast, which email to answer first. By the time you clock out at 5:00 p.m., that battery's in the red.
And that's usually when we try to make financial decisions.
Exactly. Like you get home, you're exhausted, and you look at your bank account. If you haven't already moved that savings money, your brain, which is just craving dopamine and rest, is going to choose the path of least resistance.
Which is spending, or just doing nothing.
Oh.
It's that end-of-month trap. I've definitely been there. You wait until the 30th to see what's left to save.
And what's the answer?
It's always zero.
Always zero.
It mysteriously vanishes into coffee and takeout and random Amazon purchases.
And that's not a coincidence. That's psychology. If the money is accessible, your brain will find a reason to use it. This is the key insight for this whole deep dive. Inconsistency with money is not a moral failure.
That's a huge point.
You aren't a bad person because you didn't save. You just have a bad system. Financial independence isn't built by motivation. It's built by mechanisms.
I love that distinction. Mechanisms, not motivation. Motivation is fickle. Mechanisms just work.
Right.
This ties back to the identity shift we've been tracking through this whole series, that shift from employee to asset owner.
This is the philosophical core of the Golden Path. An employee mindset, or the firefighter mindset, as the material calls it, is reactive.
If you're standing there with a hose waiting for a fire.
Exactly. Oh, no, a bill came in. Spray water. Oh, no, the car broke down. Spray water. You're constantly managing crises.
And there's a certain, I don't know, a rush to that, isn't there? It feels like you're doing something important. I managed the budget this month. It was close, but I made it.
It feels like work, but it's incredibly inefficient. Now, contrast that with the architect, the asset owner. The architect doesn't want to hold the hose.
They want to install a sprinkler system.
They want the fire put out before they even know it started. Precisely. The asset owner refuses to be a manual worker in their own financial life. They design a process that runs on its own.
It's a higher level function.
It is. It's not laziness to automate your bills. It's intelligent design. You're saying, my time and my future are too valuable to leave this up to how I'm feeling on a Tuesday afternoon.
Okay, so let's place this in the narrative of the series. We use this rocket launch analogy. Where exactly are we on the launch pad?
So, quick recap of stage 2. We've stabilized the ship. We've built the emergency fund. Those are our safety systems. We've attacked bad debt that's dropping the dead weight.
The engines are primed.
They're primed. And step 9 is the moment the commander says, engage flight program.
That's a great visual. The pilot actually takes their hands off the stick.
Yes. In a real rocket launch, the astronauts aren't steering with the joystick. The guidance computer is doing all the tiny micro-adjustments to keep them on the right trajectory.
To get them to orbit.
That's what we're doing here. You are activating a navigation plan that keeps adjusting your path toward financial independence even while you sleep.
So if I'm the pilot and I'm ready to let go of the stick, what is the guiding principle here? What's the rule of thumb?
The rule is this. If a financial decision is repetitive, you should only make it once.
Only once.
Think about it. If you have to pay rent every month, why are you deciding to pay it every month? If you want to be rich in 20 years, why are you deciding to invest every month?
You make the decision one time.
One time. When you are calm and rational, and then you build a system to repeat that good decision for you forever.
You're making the right choice, the default choice.
Exactly. You are designing the path of least resistance so that saving becomes easier than spending. Right now, for most people, it's the other way around.
Spending is easy, saving is hard.
Automation flips that friction.
Okay, let's get tactical. What does this machinery actually look like? The source material highlights the big 3 mechanisms. What's number 1?
Number 1 is the most important one. It's automatic transfers. Some people call it pay yourself first.
And how does that work, like physically?
You set up a standing order at your bank. The moment your paycheck hits, let's say on the 1st of the month, the system automatically strips out your savings and investment money and moves it to a separate account.
Before I even wake up.
Before you can see it, before you can get emotionally attached to it. So if you earn, say, $5,000 and the system moves $1,000 instantly, your brain just sees a balance of $4,000.
And here's the magic.
You will naturally adjust your lifestyle to live on that $4,000.
It's Parkinson's law, right? Expenses rise to meet income, so you artificially lower your available income.
And you force your expenses down without really feeling the pinch. The money never looks available, so you don't even think about spending it. You're basically tricking your own brain into being disciplined.
It's a great trick. Okay, mechanism number 2.
Automated bill pay. This is for your fixed expenses. Rent, mortgage, utilities, internet, insurance, all that stuff.
This one seems so obvious, but so many people still pay these manually.
They do, and they pay what I call a stupid tax for it. Late fees, missed payments, not to mention the stress of, did I pay the electric bill?
Oh, it's just unnecessary mental load.
Totally. The goal of the asset owner is to clear the mind. By automating bills, you eliminate all that frantic calendar checking. The bills just vanish, and the services stay on.
It turns a chaotic shout into a quiet background hum. I like that. So what's the third mechanism?
Continuous investing. Now, we haven't fully entered stage 3 yet, which is where we really dive deep into investing strategy. But setting up the plumbing for it happens now.
This is about setting up recurring buy orders.
Yes, whether it's into your 401k, an index fund, whatever your vehicle is, you set a recurring contribution. This is crucial because it removes 2 really dangerous things from the equation.
Emotion
and market timing anxiety.
Oh, the market timing trap. The market is too high, I'll wait. The market is crashing, I'm scared to buy.
Yes, automated money doesn't have emotions. It doesn't get scared when the news is bad. It doesn't get greedy when the news is good. It doesn't walk past a sales sign at the mall and think, maybe I'll skip my 401k contribution this month.
And better buy that TV.
It just executes. It's relentless.
It is. And over 10 or 20 years, that relentlessness beats genius every single time. You bypass the temptation to sabotage yourself.
And that's where you get what the notes call mental quiet. It's the ultimate benefit.
I really like that phrase.
When you automate, you stop reacting to your banking app. You stop having that low-level anxiety in the back of your head. You just know the plan is executing. You shift from that internal conflict, should I buy this, to simply reviewing the machine you already built.
Okay, I have to play devil's advocate here for a second.
Go for it.
I can hear some people listening right now thinking, but if I automate everything, don't I lose control? What if I overdraft? What if something happens?
That is the number one most common fear. Manual control feels safe. But we have to challenge that definition of control. Is staring at your bank balance and stressing out actual control? Or is that just anxiety?
It's reactive. You're controlling the cleanup, not the direction of the ship.
Exactly. Automation is actual control. You are controlling the system through its design. You are telling your money where to go before the world tries to take it from you.
Of course you need a buffer.
Absolutely. You don't automate down to the last penny, so you bounce checks. That's why we built the emergency fund in the previous steps. But please, don't confuse manual intervention with control.
What about the perfectionists? The people who say, okay, this sounds great. I'll set up the automation once I figure out the perfect budget and the perfect investment allocation.
The classic analysis paralysis. Perfection is the enemy of done. And the source material is very, very clear on this. You do not need to know the perfect amount.
So you just guess.
You make a conservative estimate. Start with an imperfect amount. Start small. Automate $50 a month if that's all you can do right now. The point isn't the number.
The point is building the pipe.
That's it. You can always turn the dial up later, but if you don't build the pipe, the water never flows.
And for the people who are intimidated by the tech side of this, I'm not a coder. I can't build algorithms.
You don't need to be a tech wizard. This isn't about writing code. A system can be as simple as walking into your bank branch and signing a paper form that says, transfer $100 on the first.
It's about order, not software.
Exactly.
So we're really shifting the mindset from, I need to see the money to decide what to do with it, to my system already decided for me.
Yes. Seeing the money is the problem. If you see it, you feel rich. If you feel rich, you spend. We want to remove that temptation before it ever even hits your optic nerve.
I want to bring this down to the ground level. We like to give listeners something they can do this week. So if someone is listening to this on their commute and they want to engage their flight program, what is the very first step?
Okay, the challenge for this week is deliberately small. Do not try to overhaul your entire financial life in one Sunday afternoon.
You'll get overwhelmed and quit.
You will. So, baby steps. We want you to automate one financial decision. Just one.
Pick a target.
Pick one recurring pain point. Maybe it's that credit card bill you always seem to forget. Maybe it's starting a tiny $50 transfer to a new savings account.
Okay.
Log into your online banking. Select the frequency, ideally tie it to your payday so the money moves immediately. Set the amount and hit activate. And then you walk away. Let it run. The goal here is just to prove the concept to yourself. You're validating that identity shift we talked about. You're proving, I am an asset owner. I design systems.
It's amazing how much mental space clears up when you remove even just one recurring worry.
It's addictive. Once you automate one thing and realize the sky didn't fall, in fact, life got easier, you want to automate the next thing and the next. That psychological win is worth more than the dollars in the beginning.
And this really sets the table for what's coming next, doesn't it? Because you can't really save or invest consistently without this foundation.
Absolutely not. Step 10 is building meaningful savings. You cannot fill a bucket if there's a hole in the bottom. Automation plugs the hole.
Right.
And looking further ahead to stage 3 investing, you can't be a successful investor if you're making emotional month-to-month decisions. Automation is the infrastructure. Everything else runs on these rails.
It's the difference between hope and strategy.
It is. In reactive mode, you hope you have money left over. In systematic mode, you know you will because the system prioritized it first. That is creating control through design.
I love that framing. My system already decided it takes all the pressure off future me to be disciplined.
Exactly.
Past me, the architect already handled it. I'm being kind to my future self.
That's a beautiful way to put it. You are protecting your future self from your present exhaustion.
Okay, before we wrap up step 9, we need to pause for an important reminder about the nature of this discussion.
Yes, this is crucial. We're discussing a strategy, a structured way of thinking. This is not financial advice.
We're exploring the golden path, but your path might look very different.
There are absolutely no guarantees in finance. The fact that this strategy worked for Tamir Kaham or works for others does not mean it will work for you in the exact same way.
Everyone's situation is different.
Your risk tolerance, your local economy, your family situation, it's all unique to you. So don't just blindly follow what you hear on a deep dive like this.
Please don't.
You must evaluate this independently. Consult qualified professionals, accountants, financial advisors, lawyers, before you make any significant moves with your money. The responsibility for your decisions stays 100% with you.
Thanks for that. Okay, let's bring it all home. We've covered the why decision fatigue and the fallacy of willpower. We've covered the what, the big 3 mechanisms, and we've covered the how, starting with just one automated action.
To summarize, financial independence is not about making brilliant stock picks or being some kind of genius. It is about reducing the number of repeated decisions you have to make. The fewer manual decisions you have around money, the more mental energy you have for your career, your family, and things that actually make life rich.
And the mission for this week is simple. Pick one financial action. Automate it right now. Take that decision off your plate forever.
Every decision you automate is a tiny upgrade to your operating system. You're telling yourself, my systems are working for me. My money is no longer on manual.
You've automated your financial systems. Your money is now on autopilot. In episode 9, we move to step 10, building meaningful savings. We'll cover the difference between savings and investing, how to build capital systematically, and why this step is the bridge between protection and growth.
If you want the full picture, you really need to follow the sequence. Subscribe to the series, because each day builds directly on the last one.
And for the visual learners, or those who want to see the diagrams of these systems, you really need to join the YouTube channel. It's the Golden Path to Financial Independence. You can find it at youtube.com/@sign, capital TAMIR, capital GOLD, capital PATH.
That's Seva at Tamir Gold Path. Or just search the Golden Path to Financial Independence on YouTube. It'll pop right up.
See you in episode 9, where we build meaningful savings, the capital that bridges protection and growth. If today's logic brings order to your financial world, you're ready for the next level.
One final thought to leave you with. If the system is the asset, then your consistency is just the output. Build the system, and the consistency will follow. See you next time.